Hello, my name is Richo, and today we're gonna do a animated movie called Nerdland. Now, I want to review this movie for one reason only, because I saw this movie in Netflix and checked the ratings out how is the score. In IPM, it got a 5.4 out of 10, in Rotten Tomatoes 27%. I mean, I feel that kind of harsh rating because this animated movie wasn't that bad. In fact, it was cliche, yes, but it's one of those cliches they know what they're doing. It's kind of like How to Train Your Dragon, and I keep referencing that movie. I don't know why, because it's just so well made. Nerdland is basically the story of two guys who actually is they're about to be 30, and they realize they moved to Hollywood to be famous, being known, to boost their career. But the only issue is they're about to be 30. They waste probably like 10 years of their lives trying to see if they can make it on the big screen. But the only issue is it's the modern time. Sometimes the most famous persons go online and build up their careers, and they're thinking how they should be famous by the TV, by internet, by something. Well, decided to make a deal. And in the 24 hours before they turn 30, they become famous. Whatever it takes. Yeah, I do mean whatever. They go all through the 24-hour stories that they go to the cops, they trying to save someone, they're trying to kill someone. I mean, this place go a very dark situation. It's almost kind of racing, but a comical way. And some of the things it's just so outrageous. They trying to be known. The fact is kind of bitter, shallow Hollywood really is. That fame is kind of over exaggerated, but at the same time, these two people want to live their dreams, and that's understandable. That you try so hard in your life to make something special of yourself and nothing works. And that's the reason why we started this movie, that they are desperate on 24 hours, have to be famous, or they basically give up. Now the crazy ride of this story is the situation they get to. For example, the cop situation, the cops beat up them. So one guy hold the camera, the other guy can't piss him off, beat him up. But it's kind of situation, kind of smart in way creative that it's not super obvious. It's how the pacing and timing works so well with this type of movie. It really is amazing. Other situations like these two girls to date them, but the girls really not interested. But the fact the girls are not developed characters, they're just bimbos, kind of brainless, and they basically, that's the character traits. I mean, they are not very developed, they're just dummies, but a better lack word. And these two guys are attracted to them, and they try really hard to get there, noticing them, going out with them. But once more, the guys have kind of issues. They're nerds, but one of those nerds that they're not approachable nerds. They're kind of disgusting or kind of up your face, especially the comedy. Is one for the best example is that one of the jokes is one of the guy's pants ripped off and he didn't wear underwear. You can see his butt basically. I don't mean just his butt, I mean everything. Yeah, it's little things that how the comedy works. It's something that kind of turn you off if you don't like that type of comedy, but they do it 2 times just for the giggle of it. You also, I love how the relationship of these two main characters called, wait for it, Billy and John. These two characters are well-written characters. I mean, themselves, they're basically normal, not really that great, but together, their friendship, that's I enjoy about it. They really go for each other. I mean, something if one of the guys need help, he goes so far to help him. Even he gets stabbed, he goes to help his friend. That's kind of relationship is just so fun and entertaining. And also that conversation and each character go back and forth. Especially how the voice actors, Paul Rudd and Heath Harsel, wait, Hissy, Peckenhassel? Yeah, that guy for the King of Queens. Yeah, you see, these two voice actors really pulled it off. I mean, those of them, how they play the main characters, they have really good relationship, friendship kind of thing. They feel they know each other so many years. It just works so well. The main characters, well, there are, one is kind of iffy, jittery. I mean, he knows what he wants, the main writer character, the character who wants to be a writer, that he is basically a loser, pathetic, nerdy. He thinks himself too high in himself to be one of the greatest writers, that you find out he is so blind the what the teacher did to him in college, that he's like, oh, he's my greatest teacher. You realize the teacher trying to take advantage of him and he doesn't realize this. That's kind of hilarious and kind of blunt. I mean, you really don't see this guy for real. You really see this? The guy would things they did to you and he doesn't realize it. Oh my god. I don't know if he's just blind or he just traumatized and blocked that. It's just something so weird. You also have the other friend. He is basically a little bit more better than him. He's just a little bit more confident but kind of awkward, who has a job. He's trying to move himself up, but the only problem is this guy is trying to be an actor, but he sucks at it. He was so bad, his own teacher say, "I can't teach you anything, get out." I mean, that's so awkward and wrong, but the guy is still kind of blind to me. I'm not a good actor, of course. The only reason he's blind because his friend blinds him, trying to give him compliments how good an actor he really is, but he's not. He's one of those actors just so terrible. But once more, it's the relationship of both characters, how they compliment each other. The reason you stay and watch the whole film, because it's just so enjoyable, stupid. It's something that you honestly don't expect super high much, because you still realize this is a cliche, but all that, this movie is enjoyable. I mean, like, the whole reason this movie works is the animation, but Ted Mouse is also the relationship of both characters that I really like. Both of them try to do so many things together and they fail, but they always try to be together. I mean, there's only reason this movie works in the relationships. They're really great friends, and so far they go even kill people for each other. And honestly, it's one of the things happen in the movie. Once more, this movie go left turn automatically, or another left turn, another right, hit the street, hit the church, and kill the cop. It's so up there that you just love it. It's one of those films that don't take it serious, don't take it anything, just sit down and enjoy it what it really is. It's fun. Also have the other character called the King, that he's the huge ass, big ass nerd. I mean, just not, he knows a lot of knowledge, that this guy is huge and bad, it's kind of funny, but it's, although they don't use the fat jokes, he's just so nerdy and kind of uncomfortable to be with. But they use the humor in the way these guys know each other. You know how other people know each other because they're assholes? Other assholes know other assholes. Yeah, like they kind of play off of the idea. Especially the two main guys are very awkward. The one more thing that these two main characters have, they don't have boundaries. They cross multiple boundaries multiple times. And for some reason, I'm still sitting down watching this movie because it's so enjoyable to see these weirdos. They have no boundaries. They have no common sense, and they really are idiots the most of the time, but not painful idiots. It's someone like, yeah, I can understand that desperate to have to do this, and I liked about that. They really carefully know what to do, not crossing that very pain in the ass line that you should never cross, and they never did. Especially the things they're doing, that they cross over the things they have done. I really try not to ruin all the movie, but it's one of the things that, damn, it got dark sometimes. Some things is just, ooh, yeah, I don't know if they can get out of this or not. Oh my god, you know what I realized? I became more professional. I make names, years, the company who, animation. Oh my god, I don't know myself anymore. Why? Who cares? Anyway, now the animation is made by Ted Mouse. I mean, Ted Mouse are, even is, making great animation. For example, I think one of the last ones he did is about the story of OJ. I think the other one was Black Dynamite. I know they did so many more, but this is the two that just caught my head because they are the masters of animation. They always try to one-up themselves every time they make a project, and this one kind of shows, especially how the animations kind of feel like the Simpsons style, but not with a yellow, but multiple different colors. I mean, two main characters, their colors is basically purple. They're not white or black or yellow or whatever. They're purple. But one of those kind of strange way to tell how their nose is darker purple. Kind of like they attempted to basically challenge themselves to change the colors. How creatively they make of all the other blend colors of this movie. And honestly, it works. It's something that, it's one of the things that, if you didn't like the movie, but you remember the animation, it's just so vibrant color. You just say, ooh, ah, you just enjoy it. I mean, honestly, that is just so enjoyable. Also, the animations kind of complement how the story is. It gives us a sort of feel, kind of cheap, how Hollywood people explain, or you see TV series that Hollywood is hollow, kind of selfish, stuck up, people who think you have to be famous automatically, but it takes so much time and effort, and the animation gives that kind of sort of hollow feel when Hollywood is just so enjoyable. Only thing I have to spoil it's the very end. they don't tell you what happened, the situation they are. I mean, they're sort of a situation they can't get out of, they don't know what to do, and they cut it because it's one of those things that's super obvious. They decide not to explain it and just leave your imagination. You know what? I like that. I like that because you see what happened after the end credit scenes, what happened to them, all the little things that kind of happen. And give you like a small set ways, like little photos of what the guy's doing and everything. You know, I love about that. They were trying to tell a very deep story. They knew they have a sort of fun, right kind of story, and it does work like that. It works very well. They know their audience and they respect them without telling you all the whole story. It just cuts there and leave you just adding things because it's once more, it's just so cliche, you know what'll happen. They don't need to explain it. The story, well, the things how they go into, like they made a serial killer, not a serial, it's just a messed up guy who worked with the mob and they know each other and the cops trying to figure out how to arrest them with these two guys, know who he looks like. And it's one of the things that they want to be famous or want to be alive, and that's two little things kind of blend into each other because they're not sure what they want for real. They want to be famous, but how desperate they're famous. In this movie shows. I'm really not trying to ruin that much of the story. It's one of the things that's cliche, but how they made up. For example, another one is they're trying to save this lady and they failed, and it's just kind of like assholes. But once more, they're not mean enough to make you piss off. Another version, they try to give a poor person so they can get famous or at least more known, and that backfires on themselves. Also, different ways they try to be super famous, but once more, always something goes wrong because of them or the situation they're on. Just burn on their face. You love that it's just so bright and so many colorful characters. I like that you never get pissed off, upset, or ignore this movie because it's one of those movies that is, I recommend if you like animation, you like this type of stories that you don't care it's a cliche, but this is one of those movies. Of course, this is a mature kind of film, so don't show it to your kids if you have some. It's one of those that's rated R for a reason because they have nudity, cussing, whatever you think of. They go that route. It's basically kind of like Adult Swim without the rating system. You just do whatever they want it, exactly how it is, but never go to the point that piss you off. So it's a good thing. They said yes. Now I have to rate this movie. Honestly, I have to give it a 7, a decent 7, not a bad 7. It's more like it's a good idea to watch it if you got nothing else to watch, especially on Netflix. Yes, it's something that I highly recommend. Now, you like my my review or my videos? Now, scratch that. Whatever. Now, you like my video, you want to see more, here. I got nothing else to say. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Yeah, have a wonderful day. Bye.